The university is wrong too. The human body is an absolute miracle of engineering and design, structurally capable of a wide variety of experiences and expressions, each of which proves a critically evident development of thought is involved throughout the building of this existence. Particularly in evidence is the fact it fundamentally rebuilds itself by establishing the chemical factories, a body of life, utilities, energy transformation and control, protections, immunization and skin, tools, eyes, hands, balance, etc., memories, and a million more things. The human experience is then free to be whatever it designs to be on its own terms. The fundamental called miracle is then isolated and honored to be only thought, far superior to anything on earth can do this. Nothing less is possible. In contrast, genocide and the reality of university decisions prove it is without doubt and proven throughout history that those in charge deem it upon themselves to declare, "We are gods over you." The consequence of that action then begets a long list of decisions that inevitably leads to the extermination of those the leaders feel are less than they are, if not a good slave. The universities have clearly established, and without cause, that everything they do, everything they can do, everything they want, everything they believe, everything they can conceive of, and all the rest is better than nature, better than what society itself has done, better than religion, and better than everyone else without exception. With only a few tiny incidents wherein they do admit, well, nature helped a little. That theology is, of course, based in religion. We are the superior ones. We alone know who God is. Like every religion, they must have a book to declare themselves right. That book is evolution is their God. So the religious among them believe everything they are told about evolution, and like all zealots of any religion, they then seek to take over government, society, and everything else except work. That is what the slaves do. Therefrom, when assessing the realities of this world, particularly in America, it is fundamental and true that this religion, like all religions, must be assembled into its proper place in truth. Evolution espouses three primary beliefs. Nobody can prove us wrong if they declare life arose over billions of years. Anything can happen, so there. Or in their terms, chaos becomes order all by itself. They declare that life arose a little at a time, letting the best lead the rest because they were built to survive better. Or in simple terms, disciplines build environments which sustain life. Yet they are certain no brain appeared until last. They declare the brain was accumulation of time, and that makes us God over all other life because we have the best brains. Or more simply, the balance and order required to survive just appears out of nothing. To become whoever has the best brain gets to be God. They then prove their theory with adaptation is the key to life itself. Or you don't need no thought. Everything about life and living just happens. Currently, the religious zealot is trying to prove chaos builds life by genetically mutilating every form of life they can find. They are mixing species to crucify one with the other, removing disciplines and order and balance that protect living organisms, injecting genetic poison to corrupt food plants, destroying order through DNA manipulation, sterilizing plants, destroying food chains, ending diversity, and saying to the world, you can genetically mutilate life too, and so on. In general, the universities are deliberately destroying the sanctity, order, balance, discipline, structure, boundaries, foundations, protections, and purity of nature, which brought us all here to life on earth. To prove their religion called evolution by creating chaos, the intent is genocide, so they can recreate life itself with their evolution, even though they cannot put life back together once genetics have been changed in nature itself. So let's look at truth. The reality, chaos builds nothing. Disciplines do not build themselves. It takes a cognitive understanding of what truth is. This requires a brain. Balance assembles a recognition of the facts to let reality decide what is best for life, clearly an evidence of thought. Order is at its core the essence of knowledgeable design and understanding. Without error, that is a reality proving thought exists. Environments sustain life by creating boundaries and limits. Chaos destroys anything complex down to its most simple existence. Chaos is then clearly not a participant in life, only a participant in death. Reality says it's called terrorism, to choose the destruction of nature itself. We add in that evolution declares something less than the most simple of all organized life built everything you see that is living. without even the possibility of a brain or a tool. Or more simply, their result is, in their religion, the brain is functionally useless because it comes last. Not in order of development, but as a useless organ, seeing it was completely unneeded for anything associated with life itself, proving without doubt by evolution standards that adaptation cannot have built life because there is no brain to make a decision, to understand better or necessary. Every form of adaptation does require a decision, an acceptance of reality instead of want, and a purpose to survive, letting reality decide instead of fantasies. Which means evolution does not exist, it has no brain, only fantasies. The unfortunate reality of a university brain is then discovered. They never escaping childhood, where anything is possible because it's a fantasy world. In extreme contrast to that are these few facts out of millions more. You can't have a functioning heart without blood. You can't have blood without blood vessels to transport it. You can't work a heart without muscle. You can't work a muscle without a command. You can't keep any of that working without food. You can't digest food without a stomach. You can't get food unless you can find it, catch it, consume it, know you need it, and excrete it. You can't do any of that without kidneys, livers, lungs, a brain, a mouth, tools, memories, and so on. Or more simply, discarding the mind of a child, you cannot build a life, not any life, one piece at a time. It is beyond complex, without the slightest doubt. Evolution is ground up simplicity, so that even a worm can be your creator. Make a better choice for yourself. Everything we are, everything we can be, have been, or will be in terms of a body called life in this entire world is because nature made this possible. Nature is the evidence of God. Evolution is the worship of death. Chaos brings only an end to life. That is, in fact, the very definition of the word, as in nothing complex exists. Reality states neither the chicken nor the egg came first. Thought did. Think for yourself.